Best passive income tips, best remote jobs. Hey there, TikTok. Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to dailywealthonline.com, you guys. I am getting a little bit more excited. And here's why, because I am almost 6 months into my business. I'm not quite close yet. I think I have about 15 more days before I reach that point. But the cool thing is that there is a little bit of, a little bit of self esteem, a little bit of momentum that you pick up when you're doing something like this. I'm a realtor. I've been in the real estate business for 20 years. I love, love, love what I do. I am frustrated with the industry changes, with the contract changes, with inconsistent income, right? Like I've been a realtor for 17 years and I cannot predict my commissions. I cannot predict my well, I can predict my commissions, and here's why. Because every year, quarter four, the year before, I do a business plan. Most realtors are trained to do a business plan going into the following year. The reason that we do this is so that we can be on top and in control of our database, which are our clients, our sphere of influence, people that we know who are looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate coming up soon. So those people need to be on our radar. Now, the great thing about real estate is you can build your own business. And I've built my business over the last 20 years. I mean, I got into real estate at 24 years old, and then it just took off from there. I had no idea. It's one of those things you don't know what you don't know till you know, right? And I got into real estate and just hit the ground running. I hit the ground running. I was so excited to have the opportunity to be in control of my own life, right? Who doesn't want to be in control of their own life? So, you guys, for the last 10, 20 years, I have always wanted to work from home and figure out a way to make a significant amount of money on at home. I did not want to go into work. I did not want to, face the political wardrobe scene. I did not want to deal with personalities in the workplace that I had nothing in common with. I did not want to drive. I did not want to go sit in traffic every day. Hey there, I'm Ashley. I'm a realtor and I created my own life. I did my life by design, and I'm here to get you motivated to do that too. You see, I forget that there's a lot of people that are out there that are still going to work, that are working a 9 to 5 job, that are going and sitting in traffic all day. You see, back in 2011, I decided that I was never going to work for anybody. I was never going to go and be on anybody else's dime. The number one reason was because I was single and I didn't want to deal with anybody telling me when I could and couldn't come to work and when I could and couldn't take off, because I had a lake house, because my family has this beautiful piece of property in East Texas. And we have a family, it's not a reunion, but we have family that comes down every July. And it's usually for about 10, 15 days. So I knew a long time ago that my summers were going to be spent at the lake. So I didn't want anybody controlling my time and telling me when it was that I had to come to work. So because I got into real estate was a tool that could get me to this freedom situation that I was longing for. I wanted to be free of a boss. I wanted to be free of time. So in 2008, I started looking really hard at like, how can I work from home and not be a part of corporate world and sit in traffic all day, deal with road rage, deal with office politics. I didn't want any of that. So I became a realtor. Now, that was almost 17 years ago, and I'm so glad that I did it because it taught me how to make a six-figure income from home, from my phone. Because back then I saw the trend. The trend was this. The trend was people were starting to work remote. People were starting to use their phone that you could swipe, touch, scroll, actually access your email. People were starting to utilize convenient measures to work out of the workplace, right? Hit that follow button, you guys. I want to make sure you come back for more information. I'm here to teach you about digital marketing tips and tricks, how to get started online earning an income. If you are serious about wanting to find a way to make income online, I'm here to tell you, take my scars. Take my scars of 5 years of looking for this product. Take my scars and take all the money that I spent. I spent almost $20,000 looking for a program that was right for me. And when I say program, I mean, I tried the PDFs, right? I tried the free courses. I tried the YouTubes. I tried Amazon, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? Like, I tried to figure out this space, but what wasn't happening was people weren't being honest and being 100% transparent with their word. People were not giving you A to Z, right? So when I was trying to figure this out just 5 years ago, I realized real quickly that I was like, man, I'm going to go bankrupt trying to figure out how to make money online. Let me explain. What do I mean by that? What I mean, in 2019, I had to have a CRM attached to my website. I had to have another company monitoring my links to make sure that my links weren't broken. I had to have another company setting up my website. You see, that was $300 right there. And I didn't have a product yet. Kind of the same thing happened in real estate, right? I wanted to be on the World Wide Web and be digital. But again, all the companies wanted a piece of my pie, right? My CRM was going to cost me 100. My professional email was going to cost me $99 a year. My Calendly app was going to cost me, $60 a month. And I don't even know if I needed Calendly, but man, it sure does look good to have that information on your website. And oh, by the way, what about having all these these other links that are on there that are connecting you to other platforms? What about Boomtown? What about your lead generation service, right? All of these companies were separate. So by the time you've got a career started in the real estate world, or for that matter, in any other career that's bringing you business from the internet.com, you're spending money to try to make a business work, right? Now, fast forward to where I was just a few short months ago. Back in February, I'm scrolling through TikTok. I'm sitting there and I'd literally, you guys, I'd almost given up. And the reason that I'd almost given up was because I had done it over and over and over and over. And it's one of those things. I wish I had that cute little cartoon. There's a cartoon of a man digging with a pickaxe, right? Digging this hole in this tunnel. And on the other side of this tunnel, he's right here and he's sitting there digging. He is about to give up. But what you can't see is on the other side of this wall are diamonds. Many diamonds. That's how close I was to giving up. And literally, I literally had given up actually, because I I met my fiance. He saw me doing some things and he's like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" And I'm like, "Because I'm going to figure it out." He had no clue about what it was that I was trying to do. I had been studying this situation and wanting to figure out a way to do it. But because I got scared, because I was single, because I was like, "Oh crap, this is it. I'm going to have to figure this real estate thing out." Even though I'm great at real estate, but I'm going to have to like ride the wave of inconsistent income, of inflation, of interest rates, which is, obviously impacted by interest rates. If inflation happens, I don't know if you know this or not, a little real estate tip, but if inflation happens, that's where your interest rates are up and down, right? The prices of the houses are the highest that they've ever been in the history of real estate. I am very well and capable of having hard conversations with my clients. The contract changes have just changed recently with realtors, right? So lots of things are going on in the real estate world. And I'm just thinking, damn, I'm going to have to just bear down and grin and take it. Right. So this was, this was about fall of 2022. I went into my certified financial planner and I said, "Look," I said, "what's my number? Like, what's my number? I'm 44 years old. I have specific goals that didn't just happen overnight. I've had goals like this for a very long time of walking away from my career, walking away from production and getting out of the real estate world. Better yet, not getting out, but maybe selling my real estate business, right? Let me get my little stool over here. I kind of want to hang out with you guys. Selling my real estate business. But in order to do that, then I need to be able to have a sellable business, right? Which means which means I already do. I have a sellable business because I have a sphere of influence. I have a sphere of influence that I keep up with monthly, weekly. I know the pulse of my business, I know where it's going, and I'm going to be able to sell that one day. Like, that's my dream, right? But on the other hand, that's also not taking into account, what if we go through inflation again? What if this presidential election results in an administration that may or may not be supportive of what they used to call the American dream, right? What they used to call available housing, affordable housing for folks that don't have a stigma on it, right? Like, what about just affordable housing for the regular person? So if things don't change drastically, then my income is actually going to be affected by that, and my income is important because I have big goals. My big goal is retiring at 55 years old. So if I already know that the 1 year in real estate is, hey there guys, make sure you hit that follow button. If I already know that 1 year in real estate yields me a small six figures, and I've done it year over year over year for since 2014, I'm making great money. But the problem is I'm not getting higher on that six-figure income, and I'm not willing to spend I'm not willing to pay for all these other services because I've already been there, done that. I in 2015, I hired Zillow. Anyway, those are a bunch of what ifs, right? I'm not willing to pay X, Y, Z, A, B all this money every month to keep me in business. I don't believe that that's what should happen. I believe that I've built a business that my clients should refer me to, and that I answer questions, and I'm in front of people enough for everyone to know. So here's the thing. I knew real quick I was going to have to find another income, but I loved real estate. So what am I to do? Well, you guys, I looked into Amazon. I didn't understand it, and that was 2020, 21. I tried my hardest to understand that, didn't understand all the ins and outs of it. I never knew that I was actually going to get into a digital marketing product. I did not know that at all. Had no idea. I thought it was going to be Etsy, Amazon, eBay. I thought it was going to be something along those lines. One day I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see this woman, and it makes so much sense what she's saying because of people like me. She says, "What if I show you how to set up your digital marketing business online, and then that's your product that you then turn and go and promote and sell? And oh, by the way, if you're interested in or oh, by the way, once you learn how to do that, you can scale it and you can repeat it and you can duplicate it, right?" So that's a later chapter. I will touch base on it if you want to know. But the cool thing is that once you learn how to fish and once you learn how to set it up, you simply just repeat the process. So what if you already have a business? What if you own a landscaping company and you're really good at making sure that you are, on top of your clientele, on top of your schedule, your employees love working for you? What if you're good about that? But what if you are living with another person and they have a career and they don't have time to do the administrative work for your business? I just lost a bunch of you. I don't know where I got boring, but what if you were to create a digital product that showed and shared with you how to speak in front of your people? Like, I have had Constant Contact, which is not a CRM. It's simply an email drip campaign. I'm a business owner, I'm a broker. And so I have about 6,000 people in my database that I would love, love, love to stay in front of every day, every week, with emails, with text messages. But when you do that, you have to have so many other features and softwares that come along with it, right? So here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about your perfect customer. How do you find your perfect customer if you want to start a digital business, right? So, looking for your perfect customer in a sea of a 5 billion people actually becomes easier than you think, because your mess is your message. Your story is you sharing. People want to know you. People are like you. People want to know that their story exists because you're sharing something that's very reciprocal to theirs, right? So people do this thing called attraction marketing where you have your perfect customer. I am about excuse me, I'm about 160 something days in to owning my digital business, and the growth that's happening behind the scenes that you can't see, it's really fun and it's really exciting because there's journeys along the way. There's journeys along the way. You dip your toe in the water of this client, this client, this client, who's my perfect customer. And what happens is your perfect customer ends up revealing themselves because you're going to see a pattern. You're going to start looking at your analytics. You're going to start looking at your videos and seeing which ones are getting the most action. And then right there, that will tell you who your perfect customer is. When your perfect customer is revealed, then you want to make sure to build content, because I'm building 3 pieces of content every day. You want to make sure to build your content around your perfect customer, because the internet.com has this beautiful thing called attraction marketing. So when I'm out there sharing my story, when you see me show up every day on your screens, on your feeds, over time, every day, it's because I'm doing what they told me to do. I simply have to have a CEO mindset, be coachable, and be willing to spend 2 hours a day on my business, which results in me putting 3 pieces of content out there every day. Now, you may be thinking, I don't have time for that. Well, I've got a great exercise that I want you to do when you get off of here. And maybe you can even do it right now if you're sitting on your iPad watching. But there's this thing called screen time, and I want you to be aware of it, regardless if it's for my benefit or your benefit. I just want you to be aware of how much time you're spending behind the screen. So if you're an iPhone user, I know the easiest way to do this is simply go to settings up there at the top bar where it's available for you to type in something, type in screen time, go into your screen time. I would always back it up a week. Sometimes it'll just show you half a week. Go and back it up. You can manipulate it to say 1 week settings, and it will give you a sum of how many hours you are spending online. So that's a really exciting number to know about, because I can tell you that the average person is spending about 12 to 13 hours a week on the phone doing nothing but being the product. Now, listen, don't get upset with me for saying that. Like, don't shoot the messenger. I'm simply just trying to help you to see things differently, right? Like, if you're spending 14 hours on the phone every week and you're not making an income, all you're doing is scrolling. What are you doing? Are you getting such a dopamine fix? Because that's what, like, I did not know this until I really got into this business. Now that I'm in this business, I'm fascinated by it because it's one of those things, you don't know what you know till you know, right? So once you get in and you start understanding it and learning it and understanding the psychology, do you know that the people who build the social media accounts want to make the social media so much of a dopamine hit that it's almost like doing drugs? That it's almost like taking a hit off of a cigarette, that it's almost like doing something that way, right? Because they want you to be so addicted to it. And I just lost a lot of people. I just lost a lot of people when I said that. But here's the deal. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm simply telling you the truth. So if you are capable of being able to understand the psychology of what this world is that we're living in, right? This digital space that we're in, and you're confident and you know without a doubt that we're not going backwards, we're going forwards, right? If you know that no matter what, that you understand that this business is going to continue to go further down the road in future advance and advancing this technology, and making digital marketing more available for other people who may not know about it, right? There's a lot of people that don't exactly know about digital marketing yet, and that's okay, because they will be forced to, right? You will be forced to learn digital marketing no matter what you do. I don't know if anyone noticed this week, I'm sure you did, but Amazon has done something different. And it makes sense because I've been wondering for years and years and years, how are they actually making a profit when they deliver things every day right to your doorstep? Now, the only reason that I think this way is because my uncle is a UPS person and he retired with UPS. He started working at UPS at 19 years old, retired recently at 55. I think he's been retired for almost 8 years, maybe 7 years. And he's just always, educated me a little bit about, well, I mean, it's just common sense. Like you start thinking about shipping and you think about gas and you think about having to have all these employees work for you. And you have these people who want their packages, overnight. And it just doesn't make sense. Like, how in the world is Amazon making a profit year over year over year if they have gas, if they have salaries, if they have returns? I mean, I don't know if you've sent anything to the post office lately, but I shipped a hat to my grandmother who was staying in a rehab facility hospital recently. And it was just like, it wasn't even worth a $50, it wasn't even worth $20 of an item, right? But because I wanted to get it to her fast, I had to spend $49 on shipping to have it sent to her, which was ridiculous because I didn't even pay 20 bucks for the item that was in the box, but I wanted her to experience and to feel like she was loved while she was at that health care rehab facility, right? So we're getting way off the subject. So let's go back to the thing. My name's Ashley. I'm a realtor. I've been in the real estate business for 20 years. I'm so sick and tired of the inconsistent income. For the last 5 years, I've been searching for a way to make an income online. I thought that I was going to be doing Amazon or Etsy or something along those lines, but then I realized I don't really have a talent for Etsy. Etsy has to do with a lot of people that make things homemade, and there's a few people that are out there on Etsy that are doing, wholesale things. Like that's really cool. I looked into Amazon. It wasn't something that I was able to follow. And then I started thinking about my own behavior on Amazon. And I realized, wow, I suck at Amazon because I send everything back. Like, what about Amazon as the person who owns the business? What if I have $100,000 month one month, and then all of a sudden 50,000 of those returns come back? And then who's going to eat that? I have to eat it. So, you guys, my name's Ashley. I'm a realtor broker for the last 17 years. I was looking for a way to make a little bit extra more money, not just $2,500 a month. No, I was looking for a way to make $10,000, $15,000 a month. Thank goodness I found an opportunity that is perfect for me because I already understand that with focused intensity over time equals unstoppable momentum. I mean, who in here has ever done a gym membership? Who in here has ever bought the drug that says, oh, in 90 days, I'll have you looking like a rock star, right? So if you already know that nothing happens for free and nothing is overnight, and you're willing to put in the time and the effort to see your results go big, like for instance, if I have someone telling me that I'm going to make $1 million in 3 years if I just simply do these 3 steps, are you going to do it? No, most of you won't. And that's okay. That's not something that you believe in. You're more willing to go to work for someone for 40 years and work wholesale than spend 2 hours a day on your phone, on your business for the next 3 years and make $1 million. That's sad. It breaks my heart because guess who won? The system won. The system won. You know, that system that they told us in high school: go to college, get a job, go get married, have 2.3 kids, get a job, work for 20 years. Like, that doesn't work anymore. That doesn't work anymore. And shame on you if you're still living in that societal like thinking and you think that that's where it's going to be. One of the things that I love about the younger generation is that they saw mom and dad both have to have jobs, both parents get divorced, now everybody's got a mortgage, now everybody's broke, everybody's living paycheck to paycheck. Nobody's able to, no one's able to actually make any money because everybody's expenses are expended, right? That's the crazy thing about reality, is that a lot of people are just wasting money on doing things that they could have been doing differently. My name's Ashley. If you want to go to dailywealthonline.com, hit your email in here and you'll watch this video. This video is going to explain to you what it is that I've been exposed to just 3 months ago. So I started in May, June, July, August, September. Oh, no, it's almost 5 months ago. Just in May, I started my own digital marketing business. Now, why did I do that? I did that because I was smart enough to see all around me that people were making money online. And I was smart enough to see that they weren't just making $50 online, they were making thousands of dollars online. And I was smart enough to understand that eventually the world in which I live in is going to all be digital. I'm 44 years old. I'm a Gen Xer. I'm speaking to my baby boomers, my Gen Xers, my people who have been in the office world for 20 years almost and are sick and tired of it, are sick and tired of not being in control of their financial and time freedom. So if you're interested in what it is that I'm doing, go to dailywealthonline.com, enter your email, watch the video. I know you're getting to know me a little bit on YouTube and on TikTok. It's because I have been at this for about 150 days and I've made great money while doing it. Now, the crazy thing is focused intensity over time equals unstoppable momentum. And that is what I'm on a mission to do. That is what I'm on a mission to do. Focus intensity over time equals unstoppable momentum. And that is what I'm on a mission to do. I am on a mission to show up every day for 2 hours a day, be coachable, and have a CEO mindset. Why? Because that means that I'm going to have six figures working for me behind the scenes, along with my real estate career. And eventually, at one point, I may look down at my real estate career and go, whoa, I just made six figures in 6 months when it takes me 1 year to make six figures in real estate, right? Now, I'm not saying to go quit your job, and I'm not saying that go into this 100% and just give it all you got right out of the gate. That's not what this is. Listen closely. I need you to have three things in order to get to where I'm going. Be willing to spend 2 hours a day on your business, have a CEO mindset, and be coachable. Why these things? Because we give you a done for you business with a pre-built website that allows you to learn while you earn. So not only are you going to get to pick whatever social media platform that you want to put this on, but you're also going to get to build a brand and build a name, and your story that's out there will resonate with 5 billion people. Your customer pool is 5 billion people. That's huge. There's only 8 billion people in the world. And if 5 billion people are on social media monthly, are you confident that you're probably going to have a handful of people who understand your story, who may have similar journeys to your story, who may come out of nowhere and just be like, oh my gosh, I feel like you were speaking to me. I feel like you were speaking to me. I feel like you're exactly who it is that I am. It's funny in our daily wealth online program. It's legacy builder program. I have 4 options to buy in: 100, 300, 600, 900. Come in at the $100 level. I mean, I know people who are wiping their butt with $100 bills, you guys. This will give you an opportunity to be nosy, to get into our business, and also to advertise one stream of income that's $100. That's it. I mean, who in here? I could go find anybody in here $100 in their house if they invited me over. I could probably find you 900, but I don't want to be cocky, right? So if you come in at the $100 level, just simply go to dailywealthonline.com, enter your email, you're going to watch a video, and then that video is going to explain everything to you. Now, the good news is that I get it. You're busy, you're scrolling, it's Monday, we're going through all the things and the motions. The kids forgot the lunch today, whatever. Maybe you're an empty nester. I'm an empty nester. I feel that my crowd is probably an empty nester, but I'm also a realtor professional. I'm a broker, by the way, 17 years in the business. I'm a real estate broker. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I've got bigger goals than I don't think that I'm crazy, but I've got big goals. I've got big goals. I want to walk away at retirement at 55. That's just 11 years away. And I need to supplement my income because I I can't count on the feds. I can't count on inflation. I can't count on interest rates. I can't count on the housing inventory. I have to deal with other people's problems in order to get paid. And sometimes their problems aren't big enough, or sometimes they're not selling right. Like my clients who are educated by me are told to sit tightly before they go and sell their home, unless they're just in dire straits to, if they're that I don't want to say broke, but if they need the money that bad, then I'm like, okay, I understand if you need the money that bad. But if they're not in a situation where they can hang on and wait till the interest rates drop, I'm not letting them sell, because they have these interest rates at like 3 and 4%. So why would you sell to go into a home at the same price, and you have to have the home sold in order to buy the new piece of property? Why would you go and get into a 6 and a 7% interest on a home loan if you didn't have to? Okay, so that's what it is that I have. DailyWealthOnline.com. You are going to absolutely love what it is that I'm doing. I don't feel like I actually told you enough about it today. So here's what we're going to do. I'm getting ready to go to the state fair, and I'm going to video some stuff and have fun. But you guys have a great day and enjoy your Monday working for somebody else. I'm not.